channel, guys, and welcome back to another day in paradise. Today we have the 2019 Harley-Davidson Road King Special. Let's get into it. Well, this particular bike has been fitted with Reinhardt slip-on, aftermarket slip-ons, and this bike sounds fantastic. Hear that? Ho, ho, ho. Is there a better looking Harley-Davidson than the Road King Special? This is one sexy looking bike in my opinion. It's got those classic curves and it's been blacked out. It looks tough. It looks tough. It's an intimidating bike in my opinion. 114 cubic inch engine for a big heavy tourer. It feels so well balanced, like this bloke and his bloke and that breakout shitting himself. This is arguably, in my opinion, the best looking Harley-Davidson. It's one of the most comfortable to ride. Floorboards built for someone my height, in my opinion. I'm just ergonomically, it's just perfect. I'm bolt upright, my arms are nice and relaxed at a nice height. And for a big bike, it's got a nice bit of get up and go, a nice bit of pep. These aftermarket Reinhardt slip-ons sound sensational. Just all this blacked out bars, and it's all a gloss too. That's what I love. It's all gloss. I love it. I've ridden the Street Glide. I've ridden the Ultra Limited. I've ridden the Road Glide, and I'll tell you what, the Road King just feels so much lighter. I don't know exactly what the specs are, exactly how much lighter this bike is, because I'm tipping it is lighter because it doesn't have all that full fairing stuff. It feels more easy to maneuver around in comparison to, for example, in front of me is a Street Glide. This bike here just feels so much more agile. I don't know what it is, because I'm almost certain that they're running the same chassis, the same frame. Now, it's got to be that fairing that the others seem to, have to carry around. But this bike just feels so much lighter, so well balanced. It's a bike that I just don't feel like I'm riding a big heavy tourer. I reckon I could cruise around the CBD, the city, on this with no dramas at all. It's just a great bike. Factory cruise control. What does this bike have that the standard version doesn't have? Standard S model doesn't have? Well, it's got aftermarket grips on it, and it's got the slip-ons. And I would dare say, I don't know for sure, but I dare say it's probably been flashed with the Screaming Eagles Super Tuner or a Fuel Pack 3 or something like that. But I just love everything about it. Love that blacked out look. The rims look fantastic. You could ride for miles on this. What this doesn't have that the standard Road King has is the windshield. The windshield on this Road King Special is an option that you've got to pay for. But you know what? That's something that day-to-day commuting and even if I went to ride for 2-3 hours or something like that, I really would not need that windshield. Yeah, if I was going to be riding all day and all week and going for a long trip somewhere, yeah, I probably would put it on, because getting buffeted by the wind can wear you down after a while. But just riding around like this, it's not a necessity in my opinion. So even if I had the standard version, which comes with that detachable windscreen, I'd most likely take it off for riding around town anyway. This is just, I just love everything about this bike. It's got a beautiful amount of torque. If I was chewing up the miles and come across, a row of 3-4 cars that I needed to get around, on a back road, this beast would get around him, no dramas at all, no dramas at all. If the radio, the factory sound system, the boom box, the Harley maps, the touch screen, if none of that interests you, then this is the bike for you, the Road King. Yeah, it wouldn't bother me touring on one of these and putting a Cena headset into my helmet. Wouldn't be an issue whatsoever. These pipes sound sensational. What a beast. What a beast. It's got plenty of get up and go, more than enough for a big bike like this, more than enough. This 114, plenty of get up and go. Obviously on a big tourer you get your cruise control, which is great. I've said in other videos, that's a must have, I reckon, cruise control. In my opinion, if you're buying a brand new bike, doesn't matter what brand it is, and there's an option for cruise control, just get it, because you will not be sorry. You will not be sorry. So you get your cruise control, got your old school analog speedo. Oh, the sound is fantastic. You got your analog speedo. Got your analog speedo, and of course up the top here where I'm tapping just there, you've got your that's a button to scroll through the menu on your digital display here, which is very small. That's probably a criticism, it's very small. So at the moment it's showing what time of the day it is, so I'll just give that a tap and it's telling me what gear and how many RPMs I'm doing. Tap it again, tells me how many kilometres the bike's done. Tap it again, trip A, tap it again, trip B, tap it again, range to empty for fuel. So you've got your range to empty to fuel, and you've also got your old school fuel gauge here. Tap it again and it's back to where I started, the time of the day. Now I think something's happened on the freeway here, because we're down to 40, a lane's closed. There's either a crash or a broken down car. Ah, there we go, it's a broken down car. Wonder if that's why we've had to slow down. So if I bought this bike, is there anything I'd do to it? Is there anything that, when I say this bike, I mean the stock version? Well, if I was to buy this bike in its stock form, I'd do exactly what this dealership's done. I'd put a set of those Reinhardt slip-ons. They look great, they sound fantastic. So that, in my opinion, is a must-do. The grips, yeah, look, these grips look pretty cool, but I don't have an issue with the standard rubber looking grips. They're nice and chunky, they're grippy. So yeah, these grips are great, but they're not something I'd rush into straight away. It'd just be the pipes, a tuner, a fuel pack 3 I'd get, I actually don't mind these bars, but I've seen these Road Kings with Lucky Dave T-bars and they look sick. So that'd be a serious consideration for me. Probably a set of 10-inch Lucky 13s. They'd do me nicely. And I'll tell you what, that'd be it. Maybe I'd buy the windshield accessory for long, 3-4 day trips. But predominantly riding around like this, there'd be no windshield. I'm quite happy with this naked, open look. Some bikes you ride and you just think, I know I'm riding a cool bike, and this is one. I just know, at the moment, I'm sitting on a really cool looking bike. I just know it. One criticism I've got of this bike, and it's a criticism which I've mentioned many times. It's a criticism of most criticism of mine of most Harley-Davidsons, and that is the clutch. And this clutch is quite heavy. This clutch is quite heavy. It's noticeably more heavy than, say, the smaller of the big twins, the Lowrider, the Sport Glide, the Street Bob. This is noticeably heavier. Whether it's because it's a 114, I'm not sure. I'm not a mechanic. I don't know. All I can tell you is what I'm feeling, and what I'm feeling is quite a heavy clutch. And that's something. That's a gripe I've got with all Harley-Davidsons. It's something they need to work on, I think. Chew the miles up on this without a shadow of a doubt. You could really chew the miles up. Brilliant. Love it. Love it. So I've got to say, the 2019 Harley-Davidson Road King Special, you bet she gets a thumbs up from me. She gets a big thumbs up. Love it. Grouse. Yeah. I can't recommend this bike highly enough, really can't. If you're toying with the idea of buying a Harley touring model, get out and test ride one of these Road King specials, because you'll be sold. You will be sold. Twin brakes on the front, pull it up nicely for a big heavy bike. I keep saying big heavy bike, but I tell you what, I don't feel like I'm riding a big heavy bike. It's just put together so well. Revving it, the sound.